Hello everyone, these are the best vehicles for A, B and C class rally for doing the team adventures. So let's get into this. First up for C class we have a Volkswagen Golf GTI. It's the oldest Volkswagen Golf. It only has 203 horsepower, but it is also very light, so the sort of like the low horsepower counteracts with having less weight than usual, so it does make up for the speed. Always put your cars in all drive if you're doing rally. This will make everything so much easier, so I always build my rally cars with all-wheel drive, so this car is obviously all-wheel drive. It will, if you're going to do C-Class, please don't put any tyres on it, like leave the tyres stock, because otherwise it's going to bump you up all the way into like B-Class straight away from a stock D-Class car. It doesn't cost very much to get to C-Class, but you're just going to upgrade. You're going to have to upgrade it correctly just to get that right amount of power and the right amount of weight, and try and get it as fast as possible. So it's definitely worth checking out my tunes, because I will release all tunes for these cars, for C-Class for this car, and then B-Class for the next car, and A-Class for the next car, well, the car afterwards obviously. But this is actually pretty quick with only like 197 foot-pounds of torque. It's still pretty long. It launches pretty well, I mean, so you know what I mean. This is the Fiat Abarth, or the Abarth, because like the Abarths are upgraded Fiats, I believe. I might be wrong. This has 368 horsepower, but it does handle very well for this car. But it also, again, these cars are rather light compared to their horsepower, so they will have low horsepower but will be very fast. It's all-wheel drive again. I couldn't get it up to 700, which is the top of B class. I really couldn't do it. I was really struggling to upgrade it, but I got it as powerful as possible. All of these cars do have a turbo in it, and they also are all-wheel drive, but they do only use the stock engine, because the stock engine will allow you to upgrade it enough to give it enough power without having to swap an engine out, and then you would like have to deal with being over the class limit or not having enough upgrades for the engine to really be worth it. This again doesn't have much tyre width, and I don't think it actually has any suspension or tyres put on it. Next up we have the Lotus Esprit, I think it is. Yeah, I think it's the Lotus Esprit. And it is 346 horsepower. It's very light as well, and this is quite a quick car stock, so it's like really decent. I did put rally springs on this because I did have enough to do it, because otherwise it handles really weird off-road if you leave the normal springs on it, so definitely go for that. The rear wheels are a bit thicker than usual, and they do, I think this might have rally tyres on it, I'm not entirely sure. Once again, check the tune and find out. Well, it won't even let you see it, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, carrying on with it, also has all-wheel drive, and this is the only car that you can really hear the turbo in it, even though they do have turbos put on and then fully upgraded turbos. So these are the best three like A, C and B class cars. I said that in the wrong order, but who cares. So I made this video because it's like people starting off not sure, because everyone really just upgrades their cars to make them as powerful as possible. And when you're going into team adventures, which I have done a few at the moment, and sometimes some of the what do you call them, the seasonal events, they have car restrictions on it, and one of them was C-Class Rally, and I didn't have a C-Class Rally car, so I couldn't participate in this event, so I was really bummed out about that. So I didn't know how to upgrade these at first, so I just played around with it, trying to get the best that I could out of them, and this seemed to have worked. So these are the best cars that I could use for A, B and C class. Thank you for watching, and if you want to see more Forza videos where I build cars and show you like how well they perform and stuff, I have also tested these on other tracks, so it's not just this one track they perform really well on. They are all round really good cars. Thank you for watching.